What's up? Back with a brand new video here on the We Tryin' channel on YouTube with your boy Michael, and the silent one is Leroy. Apparently, I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, there's still a couple of videos we haven't seen.
Trying to catalog these beers, man.
Okay, sure. A couple of videos we haven't seen yet from D23. We're slowly working our way through those. The next one up is Andor. I believe it is the last
The
official
final
trailer,
trailer.
the final trailer before the thing releases in
3 issue the three
a few
episode
days,
premiere.
right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
21st. I believe that's when it drops.
Okay, so less than a week at this point for us, so that's cool.
Mm,
Um, you just want to get right into it?
yeah, let's do this.
Okay, let's go.
Need to see somebody die.
Like, comment, subscribe to learn more about that. Anyway, here we go.
Spies. Saboteurs. Assassins. We've all done terrible things on behalf of the rebellion.
Yes.
Somebody just died here,
Andor.
probably.
Don't matter what you tell me or tell yourself. You'll ultimately die fighting these bastards.
That's
Wouldn't
cute.
you rather give it all at once to something real?
We've chosen a side.
The best out of the new
We're
trilogy.
fighting against the dark.
There is an organized rebel effort. Drill down and get a hunt started.
You realize what you set in motion? People will suffer.
Time has come to force their hand.
At what cost?
Everything!
Every day we wait, they get stronger.
Let's take them by surprise.
For the greater good.
Call it what you will.
Let's call it war.
People are standing up.
They're afraid. Right now, they're afraid.
Star Wars Andor, 3-episode premiere, streaming September 21st.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
is that what you needed right now?
It wasn't as good as the last trailer,
Mm-hmm.
but it did get me one more step hype for this. This is my most. I am more excited for this than any other Star Wars show.
I would agree with that as well.
Really?
I really, yeah, because I just mean, at least I know what it is, right?
Ah.
Like, I'm really excited to see the Ahsoka show, but I mean, we haven't seen anything from it yet. At least I have something tangible here. Like, all I know about is Ahsoka is Rosario Dawson is Ahsoka, and that's awesome. But I don't know anything else.
Well,
beyond
and they
that.
also have.
But this is cool.
They also Ezra. Ezra's been cast, so you get. You'll probably get most of the cast from Rebels in this show.
Mhm.
In the Ahsoka show. The reason why this is my most excited Star Wars feature. I love Mandalorian. I know what I'm getting with Mandalorian. This show defies the rule that prequels and are not. Hopefully, that prequels aren't good. My favorite of the new Star Wars movies is Rogue One. Rogue One is in my top. I'm gonna put it like this: Rogue One is in my top 4, top 3 Star Wars movies. It goes honestly: Empire, Star Wars, and Rogue One. Rogue One is Rogue One to me is what Star Wars was missing that you got in Empire. Um, you you didn't get the whole Jedi fight in Rogue One. What you got was how these people did the work. And that's interesting to me in Andor. Like, how did we get here? Like, everybody knows that we saw how the Empire started. We never really saw how the resistance, the rebellion started, and this is laying that groundwork, that foundation that we finally get to see those people. Like in Star Wars, we saw who Mon Mothma was, right? We knew Princess Leia was a senator. She was but who were these people who were like they had enough of this fascist regime and were willing to like lay down? Like, think about it. they were willing to lay down their lives, knowing that they probably weren't going to see the fruits of their labor. And that's interesting to me that we haven't seen from a Star Wars. Because if you think about it, in all these in the new movies, everything worked out.
Mhm.
Like you knew, oh, they're not going to do this, they're not going to do that, and that's why I say for me, The Last Jedi, I like it more so than other people because it had that what the hell just happened kind of feel.
Mhm.
I know I'm probably stirring the hornet's nest when I bring up The Last Jedi, but that's what I thought was missing from Rise of Skywalker. That surprising element, and I think Andor brings that back because you don't know how the rebellion got started. You don't know how these pieces moved together to basically start this. I mean, think about it. It was a last ditch effort at Yavin 4. It was a last ditch effort at Scarif. So, like, everybody ain't gonna make it out. I like that. Off my soapbox.
Um, so this show is going to be 2 seasons, and the director has already said the last episode or the last scenes of the second season will tie directly into Rogue
Rogue
One,
One.
which is cool. So I'm curious exactly how much time we're going to see, like in terms of the time span. Like we know it's right
Mm-hmm.
before Rogue One, but I'm curious
Uh-huh.
how much time that actually is. The thing that I really enjoy about this, above everything else, is that Star Wars is definitely, and Disney overall is definitely a machine, right? Like they have an idea of this is how these formulaic movies are made. We have a formula. We're gonna kind of expand it a little bit, but for the most part, a lot of the Star Wars live action stuff is shot in the volume or whatever. So they kind of all have that same look. I like the fact that
This
this is shot on
on
different
location. Yep.
locations. You can
Mm-hmm.
definitely tell a difference in terms of like, oh, okay, this has a better sense of depth than other stuff, and it definitely has a sense of like living there and being there, which really adds to it.
It has a
Also,
lived in. It has a lived in environment feel. Like these are real places you could go to. Kind of like back when they shot Tatooine as a real place. Like
yeah,
you could go to those places, and like it wasn't green screen. I'm not knocking green screen. The MCU has done wonders with visual effects.
sure,
Shout out to the visual effect artists. Pay them, treat them fair because they bring us a lot of joy. But you're right. It has that when you see these mountains, these streams, these different places, you're like, that's real. And
hmm
you're absolutely right. You're missing some of that in some of the Star Wars stuff. It does have a plastic feel to it.
yeah. And I just like the idea. For one, I like and I can never, is it Skarsgård or Sarsgaard, whichever one it is.
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård, sure.
Hold on, it's because that's Stellan. It's Skarsgård, Skarsga with a little circle on top of it. RD. Stellan.
SS. Um,
Whoa.
I said what I said. SS.
He was the good guy in this, man.
I'm just saying. Star Wars deals with fascism anyway. But anyway, uh, I like his little line of "You're probably going to die fighting
Yep.
these people," right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
clearly we know he is going to die, and I mean
Yep.
it's a good wing. So you kind of see him get built because when I'm going back to Rogue One, it was definitely a shock to be like, "Oh, this dude kills people. He's a good guy. He's ready
Yep.
to just drop bodies." That's not the
Yep.
Star Wars I know.
Yep.
So it is curious to see, has he always been that hardened, or did he start off
Mhm.
softer and then something happened to make him become that hardened to life or whatever? So I'm just curious. I think
And
it's
what
gonna
I
be
love
cool.
and what I loved about Rogue One was the element that I think so Star Wars to me had competing themes that I think again, and I'm going to bring up Last Jedi. I think the mark was missed a little bit, quite a bit in Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi, but I love the themes and what he was trying to go for. So here's the idea that
Did
I
you
think
say Rion?
I said
You
Ryan
did.
Johnson. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, is that how you pronounce his name?
No,
Okay.
it's Ryan Johnson,
Okay.
but I saw the spelling in my head and I was like,
Oh,
that's how you're supposed to say it. But
okay.
it's actually
Got it.
Ryan, you're right.
All right.
But this idea, like I think what a lot of people, the mysticism, these again, these plucky rebels, they're fighting this huge machine. They're fighting this massive fascist state.
Mhm.
And Rogue One showed you how dirty the Empire is. Like we knew it was bad, but it's like it was kind of like if you're part of us, you're on the team. You know what I'm saying? But then it
Mhm.
was like we will screw up and we will fuck you over. But if you're on the team, you are our people, you're our boys.
Right.
Um, Rogue One really showed you the Empire didn't give up. Flying fuck, like it was pit vipers. It was people stabbing each other in the back, and then also you had Andor, Cassian Andor, basically saying, "We were just as bad. I've
Mhm.
killed. I've like that whole little thing that he said. Some of it were murderers, were saboteurs, were assassins. They were just as bad." And it's one of those things where I think Ryan Johnson tried to do that when he talked about the rebellion or the republic versus the first order, that these are both war empires. The economy is based on that. I don't think it translated. And I think that whole Benicio del Toro, it didn't translate. But I get that idea that Cassian Andor was like, we were fighting for something pure. We were fighting for the ability to govern ourselves, and we turned into the enemy. And then you have this moment where this person who pretty much her whole entire life was just shit is
Mhm.
like standing up and saying, the rebellion is built on hope, this idea. And I think that's what I want to see in this show, this idea that, yeah, we did some pretty nasty things. Why did we do these things? Like, what drove all of these people to actually step out and say, we're not going to take it? No, we're not going to take it. Didn't think you would
Mhm.
get some D. Snyder in this show, did you?
I didn't. No, did not at all.
We're not going to take it anymore.
Great. I have nothing to say after that.
It's been a long day, man. Like I
I'm
said, I'm two fisted.
Jesus. Um, like, comment, subscribe for that story. I guess to know those untold stories from Leroy on why he's two fisting whatever's going on with that. I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, this looks great. Comes out in a week. I'm sure we'll. Are we going to review this bi-weekly or when it
I
comes
don't know,
out?
man. It
Full?
depends on the time. I would love to do it bi-weekly. But
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Who knows?
yeah.
Let us know in the comments how you guys think we should review it, and that might help us
Yeah.
determine how we'll do it.
You remember
You
we
can
used
leave
to
your
do stuff weekly?
man. Those were the days.
Those were the days. Like all of my was it Mama's Family? Those were the days.
Uh,
What was
not Mama's Family.
what was that from? You sure it wasn't Mama's Family?
Now I gotta go look that up. It's not Mama's Family. Are they all in the family?
Might have been All in the Family.
Yeah, with Carol. Yeah, with Archie Bunker. All in the
Okay.
family.
All in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Family. Those were the days.
Y'all, Leroy's on something else right now. I am not prepared for that. Okay, but be sure to like, comment, subscribe. You can follow us on YouTube and Facebook at We Tryin'. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at We Tryin' Y'all. We got some more videos to get through, but we'll get this one up as soon as we can. See you later.